All right, guys, we're back live. Video two. Other video we had to cut a little short here. So, anyway, following up on Jay's squad, Pupeo. Um, my question to Jay is in regards to Thomas Rawls, obviously. That injury, he's still coming back from the ankle injury from last year. The news broke today, obviously. It looks like Christine Michael, with all the hype that he's been getting this preseason, that he is going to be the starter this week. I'm sure Jay is well aware of that. Thomas Rawls, I believe, will play. But it's anyone's guess how much he will be playing in this matchup. When I look at the matchup here, obviously with Capes and Jay, I mean it's obviously going to be a tight matchup. You got Russell Wilson, ODB, Cooper, Ingram, Jennings. What will Jennings do this year? Love the Tyler Lockett pick. He's been getting a lot of hype. Had a breakout year last year as a rookie. And from a bench perspective here, Capron, as he usually does, went heavy with the running backs. A lot of guys that, from what I'm looking at here, Rashad Jennings, what will he do this year? Is he going to finally be the bell cow guy that they brought him in to be? He hasn't thus far. I know that he ended pretty strong last year. Jeremy Hill, oh my gosh, killed me last year. Did have 11 touchdowns, but if he didn't score a touchdown, he was horrendous. Would go for like 30, 40 yards in some games. So hopefully he turns it back to the 2014 year, his rookie campaign, where he really dominated the last 9 games. Melvin Gordon, been hearing some huge things about as well. Love the Michael Thomas pick by Capes. Now to go back to Jay, I mean, as far as his bench goes, his first 2 picks were Le'Veon Bell and Aaron Rodgers, at 12 and 13. So Le'Veon sitting out the first 3 weeks. We will see what he looks like when he comes back. But it's looking like he's healthy and will be ready to jump right back in. Now going to McKinley and Gordo, Speed Goats, NB24 Bomber, McKinley, Phillip Rivers, my boy from last year. Love the Keenan Allen pick. McKinley wasn't intentional to get Rivers and Keenan Allen together. I like it a lot. Cooks heavily targeted. Delaney Walker, my boy from last year, ton of targets. Decker did very well, last year alongside Brandon Marshall. I mean, McKinley's got a solid team here, projected at 111. Another really tight matchup, 111, 111. Love what I'm seeing from the draft from these guys. Gordo, Carson Palmer, Demaryius Thomas, what will he do with Trevor Siemian there? John Brown, the concussion issues. Those are the John Brown concussions. Major concern for me. I would have loved to have gotten John Brown. Guy that was very productive last year. They've obviously got a lot of options there in Arizona from a wide receiver standpoint. And of course, the huge wild card, what the hell will Devontae Freeman do? Leading fantasy rusher last year, Devontae Freeman. Gordy probably got him in like the 12th round or something ridiculous like that. And this year, of course, is, I believe, a second round guy. So, some question marks there. But obviously we know what Devontae Freeman can do. Started off super hot, big time, trailed off towards the end of last year. So, has potential, but that looks like a really tight matchup. Moving on to Ozzy and Beeman, the commish. All right. Cam Newton, knew he wanted him. DeAndre Hopkins, love that pick. Edelman, what can he do coming back from a pretty bad injury, season-ending injury last year. Kelsey, rock solid last year as well. And Frank Gore, old steady Frank Gore at 47. What will he do? CJ Anderson, an interesting pick by Beeman with CJ Anderson. Certainly expected to be the bell cow, but will he be splitting time with Devontae Booker? We will see. Ozzy here, Derek Carr, AJ Green, Sammy, Lamar Miller. Love the Ware pickup. You know, that was not even a waiver wire pickup. I mean, just a free agent pickup by Ozzy, just being all over it. Guys projected at 16 points week 1. Jamal Charles will not be ready, from what I've been reading, for week 1. So that's a great pickup by Ozzy right there. Just staying on top of things and picking up Ware when he needed to. Jordan Reed, phenomenal year last year from a PPR perspective. Could really be, one of his better players on the entire team. Marvin Jones now in Detroit. That'll be a very interesting pick for Ozzy there. Marvin Jones expected to be, their 1A or 1B with Golden Tate. Ray Finkel here in my squad. Obviously, I went with the 0 running back strategy. Drew Brees in the 5th round. Julio, Allen Robinson. Some relatively weak running backs. D'Angelo Williams for the first few weeks. And Mike Evans. Over to Angier. Like Angier's squad, I mean, obviously strong at running back. Peterson and McCoy. Tajay Sharp. That'll be an interesting pick. Has Angier been doing his research there? It looks like he has. That guy's been getting some hype. Hilton and Michael Floyd. Angier's choosing to not play Kelvin Benjamin week 1. We'll see whether that changes or not. But here we go, guys. Quick recap. Pump for week 1 and less than 48 hours away. See you guys soon.